Israel has yet again rebuffed international calls to end the offensive in Gaza. This multiplies global concerns over whether the United States should condition, if not halt, its military support for Israel. This comes as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu welcomed Washington's veto on a United Nations resolution urging a ceasefire in Gaza. Netanyahu hailed the Biden administration's move in the Security Council. He also thanked U.S. President Joe Biden for yet another shipment of ammunition for the use of the Israeli army.
היום יגיע משלוח נוסף, בעצם הוא כבר נמצא פה, של תחמושת חשובה להמשך המלחמה. אני מודה לנשיא ביידן, איתו שוחחתי שלשום, גם על כך שארצות הברית התייצבה בצורה הנכונה והצודקת במועצת הביטחון, וגם כמובן על הסיוע החומרי שארצות הברית נותנת לצבא ההגנה לישראל.
With its veto, Washington dashed a growing call for a halt to Israel's operation, but also found itself on the receiving end of global condemnation. The Turkish president said a just world is not possible with the United States in it. He also denounced the United Nations Security Council, describing the international body as the Israel Protection Council.
Sadece Amerika'nın red oyuyla maalesef malum ateşkes reddedildi. Tek başına. Böyle adalet olur mu? Böyle adil bir dünya olur mu? Ama biz ne diyoruz? Aslında adil bir dünya mümkün. Ama Amerika ile değil.
People across the globe also took to the streets marching against the U.S. veto within the United States too. Hundreds rallied demanding that the Biden administration stops its financial aid to Israel immediately.
We are asking for a complete end of the Israeli aggression on the Palestinian people, and an end to all the U.S. complicity, whether it's financial, political, or military backing of the Israeli genocidal project.
And it makes me very ashamed that my government is doing this in my name. I would like to see no more funding, no more weapons to Israel. That would stop the situation really fast. But until then, unfortunately, the people in Gaza will suffer.
But amid the global outrage, the U.S. government used an emergency authority to allow the sale of about 14,000 tank shells to Israel without a congressional review. An Arms Export Control Act emergency declaration was used for the immediate delivery of the tank rounds worth over $106 million. Remember, the shells are part of a bigger sale that the Biden administration is asking the Congress to approve. The larger package is worth more than $500 million and includes 45,000 shells for Israel's Merkava tanks. These tanks are regularly deployed in the onslaught in Gaza, which has killed thousands of civilians. In fact, a recent study published by an Israeli newspaper has found that Israel's aerial bombing offensive in Gaza is the most indiscriminate in terms of civilian casualties in recent years. The analysis found that in 3 early operations in Gaza from 2012 to 2022, civilian deaths made up about 40% of the total deaths by airstrikes. But in the first 3 weeks of the current operation, the proportion of civilians killed rose to 61%. This ratio is significantly higher than the average civilian toll in all the conflicts around the world during the 20th century. The U.S. thus faces mounting international pressure in light of the massive number of civilian casualties only increasing manifold as the war rages on. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.